Looking back, I now understand, the hardship of my youth was not a punishment, it was a preparation. It taught me patience, resilience, and gratitude. I appreciate every advancement because I've lived through what it means to have none. Dear Professor, please allow me to share a piece of my journey. My name is John, not my real name. I come from the humble yet vibrant region of Ilocos, where the sun blazes over endless fields and the salty breeze dances with the scent of fish and earth. In my childhood, I knew no luxury, only the rhythm of planting corn and peanuts under the scorching summer sun. My hands, small but eager, would blister from hours of digging and sowing beside my father. We raised chickens and goats in our backyard, waking before dawn to feed them, chasing after them at dusk. And when the sea was kind, we would go fishing. The early mornings were silent, broken only by the sound of paddles slicing through water, and I would sit in the boat with eyes fixed on the horizon. From afar, always visible like a watchful sentinel, was the Cape Bojeador Lighthouse. Towering and ancient, it cast its light over the restless sea, guiding fishermen like us safely home. As a boy, I would often gaze at it. Its presence quiet yet powerful. It became more than a beacon, it became a symbol of hope. A reminder that there was something out there, beyond nets and plows, beyond aching muscles and muddy fields. I swore to myself then, this will not be my forever. Not because I despised the land or the sea, but because I dreamed of a different life, a life where I didn't have to watch my parents grow old before their time, bent from years of labor. That dream felt distant, until one day, a letter arrived. I was granted a scholarship by our provincial government to study. I packed my life in a single bag and left the only world I knew. I studied with all the strength I had, not just for grades, but for change. Every late-night review, every cup of coffee in the cold mountain air, I remembered the lighthouse, and the boy who dreamed of more. Today, I write to you from New Zealand, where I now work as a farm engineer. The work I do is worlds away from the manual planting we once did. I oversee machines that can till, plant, and irrigate with precision. I manage automated systems that monitor crops with satellite data and sensor feedback. The soil is still here, the crops are still here, but the process, the pain, the struggle, they're no longer mine. I am proud. Not just of where I am, but of where I came from. Looking back, I now understand, the hardship of my youth was not a punishment, it was a preparation. It taught me patience, resilience, and gratitude. I appreciate every advancement because I've lived through what it means to have none. To my fellow young dreamers, never be ashamed of your humble beginnings. Use them as fuel, as your foundation. There is strength in struggle. There is beauty in sacrifice. And there is always a light to follow, even in the darkest nights. Cape Bojeador still stands. And even now, though I am thousands of miles away, I still see it, not with my eyes, but in my heart. It reminds me where I started. And it reminds me never to stop grow. Thank you, Professor.